Hi Lubin, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. And yourself?
I'm good, thank you. Tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm Lubin Johnson. I have a bachelor's in mechanical engineering. I'm currently pursuing my master's in engineering management from University of Wollongong, New South Wales. I have 1.5 years experience with Mechanical Engineering Co. Based in India. Basically, being a mechanical maintenance company, I had the opportunity to work for the maintenance work of the thermal power plant based in India. That's National Thermal Power Corporation, and it's one of the major energy providers in India. And I had also the opportunity to work with highly skilled engineers and top management that really played an important role in shaping myself as a highly dedicated and motivated professional in the field of engineering. Since it was maintenance work, every time counted because for the maintenance work to be successful, each of the activities were to be overhauled or kept for pause, and that added to a lot of expenditure. And it was up to us, the maintenance engineers, to save as much of time possible and finish up the task as quickly as possible to reduce the all the costs. So it really played an important role in teaching me the time management skills and how important is budgeting. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Give us an example of a time when you saw the opportunity to make a process situation better or more efficient. What did you do and what was the outcome?
It was during my bachelor's. I was involved in organizing a technical event for a mechanical department. There was an issue regarding some of the major active members were not available and who used to organize the event. And the other departments had at least three teams and with at least one idea, and we were lacking in that sense. So we planned together with a team of five to organize the event, though we were not highly experienced. And we came up with just one idea, but I suggested that why not we have two more ideas, because the other teams, they had at least one idea with them, and so there were a total of three teams for each departments, and that meant they had three ideas in total, and we were lacking in that case. So initially that was not accepted by all the team members, since it needed a lot of time consumption and a lot of strain, but finally it was accepted. And moreover, I came to know that none of the other teams used any proper documentation for presenting their ideas, and hence I suggested why not we prepare a report that exclusively tells how each activity has to be provided with the required budget, and how much time will each activity take, and how each of the activities should go along the process. So at the time of the meeting, the report was presented and distributed to all of the management, and they were pretty impressed because none of the other groups or teams presented their event ideas with any report, and the report was precise and exactly defined how each activity is going to be taken into control, and how each activity has to be budgeted. And my idea of giving two more suggestions, that really played an important role, because out of the three ideas only one idea was accepted. And if in the first case, if we only presented one idea, it would have been a major failure, because since two ideas were rejected, we have at least a backup plan. So it played an important role in teaching me how important is documentation, and how important is to take up an initiative to solve problems in a major situation. And it also helped me to brush up my analytical skills, because we had to forecast budget for each of the activities for an issue which, or for a task that has to be completed in the future. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. This job requires you to be highly organized and manage a large workload independently. Can you tell me about a time when you needed to manage your own time while it's meeting a tight deadline?
My association with the Mechanical Engineering Co., the company which I worked for 1.5 years, so 1.5 years, really helped me regarding brushing up my skills for time management and problem solving. It was a scenario where I had to work with 5 workers, where I needed 10 workers, and we just had the deadline to reach in within 3 weeks. And moreover, in addition to that, the planning engineer also required some data regarding which all works were completed and which all works were not completed and with any having any issues. So I had to share my time with the planning engineer, as well as I had to come up with ideas so that I could handle the tasks which required 10 workers, for which I just have five right now at that time. And I had to even spend my time to attend meetings that involved the engineers and the top management, and I had to communicate with them and negotiate with them regarding why the work is slowing down and why the process is taking so long. And that really helped me of how to communicate with highly skilled people, because when we are less experienced, it really takes a lot of guts to express yourself with the least of experience. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you have any other questions for us?
Thank you for that opportunity. Well, I do have a question for you. Since GHD, a major player in the engineering sector, has a lot of corporate social responsibility activities, especially the flagship programs that been released in 2016. How each of the employees or the engineers can be actively involved in this such kind of activities, and is there any kind of selection criteria for each of the engineers? Thank you.
Thank you.